In essence, The Adam Project is the red notice of the time-traveling subgenre. Netflix seems to have mastered the art of making genre films that deliver a wholesome, fun experience. They have action, romance, family drama, humor, and pop culture references, the whole 9 yards of entertainment. In The Adam Project, Ryan Reynolds travels through time, romances Zoe Saldana, and fights an evil industrialist. Here is everything you need to know about the ending of the film. The film begins in 2022 with a 12-year-old Adam Walker Squel. The casting directors did an excellent job finding someone who can convincingly portray a younger version of Reynolds. Squel's Adam is sarcastic without being exhausting, and too smart for his own good. He gets badly bullied at school because he can't stop himself from getting into those situations. A year and a half ago, he lost his father, Louis Mark Ruffalo, and the resulting grief and anger seem to have found an outlet in provoking the bigger boys in his class. He also lashes out at his mother, Ellie, Jennifer Garner, often unconsciously but always unjustifiably, not even trying to realize that she is grieving as well. One day, after his mother has gone out on a date, Adam finds a man, Reynolds, in his father's garage. This strange man has a pilot suit on, has been shot, knows how to close the fridge, and knows his dog's name. Adam has seen enough movies to realize that the man is a future version of himself. Being a boy at the threshold of puberty, he asks the most important question to his older self: does he ever get laid? In The Adam Project, director Sean Levy and his writers have approached grief and memory in a very interesting way. Being chronologically closer to his father's demise, young Adam makes his mother the victim of his sarcastic outbursts. Big Adam has realized how horrible he used to be to his mother and has come to regret it. Contrarily, Big Adam has come to believe that he and Louis shared a strained relationship. He thinks that Louis's work, the eponymous Adam Project, was more important to him. With memories of Louis still fresh in his mind, young Adam knows that it wasn't the case. The two Adams end up helping each other with their issues. And by the end of the film, they emerge as better versions of themselves. Big Adam is in 2022 by accident. He was aiming for 2018 when he believes his wife is. As he reveals to his younger version, the future is bleak. On a good day, the 2050 he has come from is the dystopic future Earth from the Terminator films. The person responsible for this is Sorian, Catherine Keener, their father's corporate partner. Louis invented time travel. After his demise, Sorian became rich by monetizing the most valuable resource on Earth, time. Adam's wife, Laura Saldaña, discovered certain anomalies and went back to 2018. According to official reports, she died during re-entry. When Sorian and her lackeys come for Adam, Laura comes to her husband's rescue. It is revealed that she has been in the present timeline since 2018, spending 4 years alone, hoping that Adam will somehow find his way to her. However, their reunion is brief. She sacrifices herself so Adam and his younger version can get away. Because of the extensive damage it has sustained, Adam's time jet can make only one jump. If he and young Adam travel to 2018 and fail their objective, they will be forever stuck there. But neither can pass up the chance to see their father again, so they instantly make the decision and travel to the past. Does the Reed family save the future? How did Sorian alter the fixed time? Yes, Big Adam, young Adam, and their father save the future. In The Adam Project, the concept of fixed time denotes the one place in time where an individual belongs on a quantum level, when they are not traveling through time and conversing with their younger self. Given that in 2022, it had been a year and a half since Louis's passing, we can safely presume that he died at some point in 2021. After that, Sorian built her business empire using Louis's research as the foundation. The issue is that it didn't happen that way in the original fixed time. Sorian traveled to November 2018 and spoke to her younger self right around the time Louis's particle accelerator or the Adam Project went online. Older Sorian gave the younger version of herself key information about how to proceed with the project more smoothly. in a scene that seems to make a direct reference to films like Back to the Future Part II, and even Time Cop. Older Sorian visits younger Sorian, while the latter is seen speaking to a senator over the phone, trying to convince them about the project. It seems with the help of older Sorian, these types of problems get taken care of. The two Adams visit their father. Since his MCU outing, Mark Ruffalo has further perfected his disheveled scholar act. Despite his limited screen time in the Adam Project, he shines. Lewis is initially reluctant to help his sons, not because the only way to save the future is to destroy his life's work, but the ramification of the deed itself. Still, he shows up to help his sons as they try to get into Sorian's facility. They retrieve the ISPK infinitely shifting plasma-containing algorithm, which Lewis designed to stabilize the wormholes used for time travel. During the climax, the accelerator starts to come apart. When older Sorian tries to shoot at the Reed family, the bullet turns in midair and hits younger Sorian, killing her and erasing older Sorian. The armor-piercing bullets apparently contain magnets inside, which get dragged by the particle accelerator. Lewis's sons try to tell him what happened to him. But even when it comes to his own fate, Lewis is staunchly idealistic. He refuses to listen. In a poignant scene, the three of them play catch until the Adams go back to their own time. Do Adam and Laura end up together? Yes, Adam and Laura end up together in the new fixed time. No one knows what happened in the original fixed time. But in the one that Sorian altered in her favor, Lewis's death made Adam deeply depressed. He virtually goes through his high school as a ghost, without making any social dent. Still, he gets to attend college on a scholarship, but that gets taken away as well. He subsequently joins Air Force, where he discovers his penchant for flying and meets Laura. He is still in college in the new fixed time, which implies that his scholarship hasn't gotten taken away. He and Laura meet almost under similar circumstances as before, with her once more ending up in the wrong class. They soon start to realize that they somehow know each other. Adam volunteers to show her the way to class, just like he did before. The future seems to be bright for these two individuals. Is there a multiverse in the Adam Project? There is not a multiverse in the Adam Project. Young Adam asks his older counterpart whether such a thing exists, and is swiftly shot down with "My God, we watch too many movies." As explained above, time travel works via wormholes and quantum fixed time, which doesn't sound that much stranger than a multiverse, really. When is the Adam Project set? This is a weird one, because the Adam Project is set across 3 different time periods. The film starts off in 2050 with Big Adam trying to escape with a stolen plane. He accidentally crashes into 2022, which is where he meets young Adam. Together, both Adams travel back again to 2018 to meet their father, which is where, or when, the final showdown with Sorian takes place. From there, both Adams are returned to the correct time period, though Big Adam is shown meeting Laura again in the future, which should technically be the past, if he's returned to 2050. Did he arrive a few years earlier than he should have, or is his fixed time somehow earlier than 2050? The answer is unclear, but it's safe to say Big Adam is very much in the future by then. Why does Adam end up in 2022? Big Adam's arrival in 2022 is an accident. He was aiming for 2018, which is where Laura vanished. He goes back again to 2018 with young Adam in tow to find their father. What happens to Zoe Saldaña's Laura? Laura gets stuck in 2018 after traveling back after a time jet is shown to have returned from that year in the flight logs, but there's no record of anyone ever going back in the first place. This turns out to be Sorian's trip to the past, which doesn't show up in those records because she changed the time stream, thereby altering the future the jet left from. Sorian sabotages Laura's plane, but she survives and waits it out for 4 long years until she can reunite with Adam. The reunion is short-lived, though, because Sorian and her backup soon arrive to the cabin Laura has been hiding in. Laura keeps them occupied while the Adams escape in their jet, bound for 2018. Laura makes a defiant last stand, but is killed by Sorian after the Adams get away. Before Big Adam leaves, though, Laura tells him that she knows he'll find her again, so all hope is not lost. Do Laura and Adam reunite in the future? After Laura is killed in 2022, her future love story with Big Adam is thrown into jeopardy. Luckily, her belief that they'd find each other proves true. At the end of the film, we see the couple meet again at a lecture. Laura has mistakenly arrived too late, which is how they first met in the original timeline. That means their love story should be back on track. Yay for a happy ending. Who killed Lewis and does he survive in the end? You'd be forgiven for thinking Sorian might have arranged to have Lewis killed as part of her big plans to take control of time travel. That theory is swiftly shot down by the fact that stopping Sorian and killing her in the past doesn't seem to have spared Lewis's life, though. In fact, the Adams try to warn their father of his impending death, but he doesn't want to hear about it because no one, not even them, has the right to change the future. Tragically, it looks like his death really is just a random accident that's unavoidable if the trio want to stop meddling with time. What is Sorian's plan? Laura guesses that Sorian traveled back to 2018 when the magnetic particle accelerator went live to give her past self some tips about the future and put herself in the position of being powerful enough to control time travel. When Sorian travels back to see herself in the past for the second time, as seen in the movie, she also makes reference to the government potentially taking her company from her and says she fixed a future where she'd been forgotten. Laura notices the anomaly in the flight records caused by Sorian's trip and goes back to investigate. She's almost killed for her efforts, then gets stranded in the past, and does get killed by Sorian for real while helping the Adams escape. But Sorian fails to prevent the Adams from destroying time travel at the source, so all her schemes are for nothing in the end. How do Adam and Lewis defeat Sorian? Big Adam, Young Adam, and Lewis team up to take on Sorian and stop her plans. They go to the company headquarters to destroy the magnetic particle accelerator, with Big Adam and Lewis heading inside, while Young Adam uses some remote tech outside to take on the bad guys. But Sorian ends up getting hold of Young Adam and threatens his life to stop Lewis and Big Adam from shutting down the accelerator and taking the algorithm that makes time travel possible. Young Adam knocks the gun away, though, and the bullet hits the accelerator, and that's when chaos ensues. Everything magnetic starts getting sucked towards the machine, and a fight breaks out. In the end, both Sorians end up squaring off with both Adams and Lewis at gunpoint. Older Sorian pulls the trigger, but she forgets a crucial detail: the broken accelerator and the bullet's magnetic core. The bullet is pulled towards the machine, and the path is straight through younger Sorian. This kills her, which means her older self dies too. The perils of time travel. Why do both Adams go back to their own timeline? The jump back to 2018 is the last trip through time that both Adams are able to make in their jet, but both of them are transported back where they belong anyway. That's because time travel was destroyed in the past, so both of them go back to their fixed times, since they now technically never had the capability to time travel in the first place. How do the Adams have time to play catch with Lewis? There really isn't a solid answer to why both Adams don't immediately return to the correct timeline, especially as, since time travel is destroyed in the past, they shouldn't be there at all, because how did they travel back in the first place? It probably takes a while for 30 years of changed time to sort itself out, Big Adam says, which is as good an explanation as any. The catch scene is a sweet callback to Young Adam reminding Big Adam that their dad always made time to play catch with them, and we probably shouldn't think about it too hard beyond how heartwarming the moment is after all the trouble the trio have been through. Let's share your thoughts in the comment box if you have any question. Will there be a sequel for The Adam Project? Based on the ending of the movie, it doesn't appear likely that The Adam Project will have a second installment. The movie wraps up the story in a tidy bow and answers our lingering questions. Also, there's no post-credit scene teasing a next chapter. There's always the potential to return to this world and open up more story around Adam and his past, present, and future. Never say never seems to be the name of the game when it comes to sequels these days, though it's not immediately apparent this time. Of course, Ryan Reynolds is certainly no stranger to sequels. Most recently, Reynolds starred in Deadpool and its sequel, and his 2021 film Free Guy, also directed by Levy, has a sequel in the works. Moreover, Reynolds will also appear in 2 sequels for Netflix's Red Notice. Currently, Reynolds seems a bit busy with his latest crop of sequels, so if you want one for the Adam Project, it will probably be a while. Whether it's a standalone one-off movie or the start of a new franchise in some shape or form, it's still a must-watch movie. Do you want a sequel to the new movie? Share your thoughts in the comments and watch The Adam Project only on Netflix. In the end, Adam, young Adam, and Adam's dad realize the only way to save the future is by destroying the experiment before time travel can ever exist. The only problem? This will change the future timeline, meaning Adam will never meet his wife.